What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today is day 2 of all Imperial Beer Theme Month here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from New Park Brewing, and they're out of West Hartford, Connecticut, and this is their Headband. So this is a double IPA that comes in at 8% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review, and this can is approximately 3.5 weeks old. And I want to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Rick, for this beer. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies he sent my way. And he sent me a bunch of awesome beers, and this is one of them. And I'm super excited about it because it is a hazy beer from New Park, and I'm here for it. So yeah, they actually say they brew this one with 3 varieties of American and Australian hops. They don't list which ones. Pretty vague on the description. So we're gonna crack it open, get it in the glass, see what we got going on here. Like I said, it's always a treat to try New Park beers, but I really like their hop forward beers. I like their blender series is really good. So yeah, we're gonna give it a pour here into the glass and see how we go. Something like that should be fine. I just love the artwork. We'll show it at the end, obviously, when I rate it, but man, the artwork on that is wild. So, wow, that looks crazy. So first things first, it's murky, it's turbid, can't see through it. Now I like to say honey orange. This is like a I don't even know what you'd call that. Like it has this really deep, it almost has like an off orange color. Not like it's oxidized or anything, but like there's fruit juice in there. Like, you know, you put some cherry juice or something, you know, something that would give it almost like a little bit of like a pinkish tinge, but not really. 2 fingers of this super creamy looking off-white head. Hold up to light, yeah, you can't really, I can see a little bit like through here at the bottom, but like up here. And it's in the Treehouse class, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of Treehouse double IPAs look like that, like from, you know, a lot that I've reviewed over, you know, the lifespan of my channel. A lot of them look really akin to that, so it could be mistaken for a Treehouse beer. Nose. Sticky, sweet. Again, can't smell sweetness, perceive sweetness. Yeah, it has this really nice, like, peach fruit cup vibe, like over-ripened pineapple. Definitely an orange or tangerine juice, very vibrant from that. Almost has like a slight, like, smells like it's gonna have like a slight tartness or acidity to it. Ooh. Cantaloupe. Yeah, so I'm gonna say without question, peach, pineapple, orange, or tangerine juice for sure. Those are like the 3 main characters here. So a little bit of like a slight resinous kind of quality, like a floral sensation, maybe a slight dankness. Very minor touch of like a white bread. Yeah, this smells kind of like, you know, your old school juicy IPAs where they would just say it's juicy IPA on the label and you drink it. And yeah, it's like drinking like a, you know, alcoholic carbonated fruit juice. It's kind of what the nose is reminding me of. It's not overly complex, but what's there smells absolutely delicious. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Rick. That's delicious. That is fucking delicious. Yes. Wow. Oh, huge dryness on the finish and a very, I would say, almost moderate bitterness. This is where I want my haze nowadays. That dryness and that bitterness on the finish really helps set everything off, balance it out. It's not like drinking, like the aforementioned carbonated alcoholic fruit juice. It's like that, but in beer form. It's dry, it's bitter, it's not just super sweet. Another sip. Body in this, higher side of medium, lower side of full. Beauty, perfect for 8%. The mouthfeel, maybe not as, you know, top tier, upper echelon as maybe some of the better double IPAs I've had over the years, but it's really nice. The mouthfeel is, you know, it has a moderate carbonation to it, but it's still smooth and creamy at the same time. It just doesn't have that softness that some people might prefer. But when the beer has that kind of body, and then on top of it, the flavor profile, I can, like, you know, if the mouthfeel isn't upper echelon, I'm still okay with it. And it's a good mouthfeel. It's just, again, when you sit down and break, like, again, I'm on my channel, I've reviewed over 2,000 beers. I don't know how many of them have been double IPAs, hazies, New England style. You start comparing them in your mind to what makes it upper echelon. This is not an upper echelon mouthfeel, but it's not far off. The taste right front, a little bit of white bread, kind of dissipates like almost instantly. And then waves of orange / tangerine juice. It's juicy, almost has a tart-like slight acidic vibe you'd get from an actual orange juice. Then it's over-ripened peach and pineapple. It's giving me like the crushed Dole pineapple, and then like a peach fruit cup or like a peach gummy ring, almost slightly candy. That's the first half, first 2/3 of the palate. But then the finish, I do get a little bit of like a, I don't know what hops they're using because they just say 3 varieties of American and Australian. I would say that I don't know what's exactly in here. I would not be surprised if Galaxy's in here because of that big pineapple kind of kick. But then there's also on the finish a little bit, and I get this usually with Australian and New Zealand hops, but like a honeydew melon or like a cantaloupe has like the rind of that. So like that drying kind of more bittering kind of rindiness from those 2 melons. It also has that slight resinous floral quality, maybe a touch of dankness on the finish. Again, the finish is bone dry with a, I'd say, more approaching moderate bitterness. This has a good balance of the sweetness, the dryness, and then the bitterness. It's all like equal. I'd say like 33.3% repeating, of course, of all of them. It's just a beautiful harmony of what I'm trying to look for in this style of beer. 8%, yeah, I can tell it's 8% because of the body, because the intensity of flavors and what's going on, but there's no real warming in my chest, maybe a very slight warming. No astringency on the palate, hides it extremely well. If you're looking for haze and you're in Connecticut or in that general vicinity, Mid-Atlantic into the New England region, and you can get New Park stuff, like this is a beer that whenever they release it, I would love to have a 4-pack in my fridge. If you wanted a double IPA that's bigger in ABV, but still drinks a little bit lower from, again, the alcohol percentage is not really noticeable at all in this beer, but it has beautiful flavors, very well balanced. It's not overly complex. It's one of these beers where I say it doesn't have to be complex to be delicious. That's exactly what this beer is. It has 3 or 4 fruit notes, has that kind of drying finish with the bitterness, a little bit of that resinous quality to it. But for the most part, I could just crush this. I don't want to because I have a single can and I appreciate it from Rick, but like this is definitely a sessionable double IPA. Like people who love double IPAs and Imperial IPAs, you could easily drink 2, 3, the entire 4-pack, perhaps in one sitting in like a 2-3 hour period. You'd be feeling absolutely, you'd be lit. Let's be honest, you'd be lit. But it would be well worth it. Yeah, I haven't said this probably in a long time, but as I'm reviewing it and I'm at the finish, this is fucking delicious. That's what this is. So, Headband from New Park. I love the label art on here. Yeah, I'm going to give it a high 4.5 and go 4.55. This is fantastic stuff. I am kind of dumbfounded how good this beer is. Listen, the whole preconceived notions thing I always say, and I'm not going to say it here again, but when I go into reviews, I know New Park makes fantastic beers, right? They're high quality beers, but you're not always going to nail, every single beer you're going to put out. But they nailed this. They nailed this. This is great. This is one of the better double IPAs I've had in a while. And we're starting off 2025 with a bang, even though, full disclosure, I'm reviewing this one in 2024 still. This will be posted. That's how kind of when it comes to like, how I say like year in review or like top beers or whatever, this will be a beer for 2025 because I didn't post it 2025, even though I'm drinking 2024. So this is definitely going to be probably in the running from one of the better hop forward beers I have in 2025. A 4.55 is a great score, and this is just a great beer. So the artwork's fantastic, the beer's fantastic, everything about this absolutely fantastic. So huge thanks to Rick for this beer. Now, as far as the price point and availability goes, price point on this, I actually saw on their website, $18.99 a 4-pack all fucking day long. That's under $5 a can. For something the quality, 8%, yes, I would pay that. That's kind of the going rate, a little bit under, I would assume at this point with prices and how they're crazy. Availability, I'm pretty sure New Park is brewery only, and if not, little drips and drabs in the Connecticut area. I've never seen them anywhere here in Buffalo, New York, and I've never seen them online for purchase. I mean, you could probably get them on the secondary market or something like that if you know a friend in the area. But, Rick, being the kind individual he is, he sent me one of these along with their, their Cypress barrel-aged barley wine. I might be reviewing that later this month as well. So, yeah, we're starting off 2025 in a big way. Yesterday, for West New York Wednesday, the rum barrel-aged Aqueduct from Big Ditch, fantastic body mouthfeel, 4.35 out of 5. This is a 4.55 out of 5. Awesome start to the month, and I can't wait to continue this on. I'm probably going to feel some palate fatigue by the end of the month with so many big beers putting down. But, you know, if you're not going to do a dry January, you might as well go big. That's what we're doing here. So if you've had this one before, post a comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. When I did look on Untappd to see if anybody had it before I reviewed this, Rick checked it in multiple times over the last couple of years, but other people did, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it. But for the most part, like, this is delicious. So huge thanks to Rick for this one. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.